I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world.
You did it the first time. Yeah.
Okay. You pronounce it. Let's hear you say your full name.
My full name is Alessandra Catania.
Oh, it sounds so much better there. Alessandra Catania. Hey, how are you going on this wonderful, beautiful day, my friend?
I'm doing fine. There is a sunny Sunday day here in Italy. I'm in Emilia-Romagna right now, so where I live, and well, it's a great day. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. That's good to know. It's a great pleasure to speak to you all the way in Italy. Please do tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time.
Well, actually, it's my friend Giorgio Minguzzi. By the way, you interviewed him recently, and then he suggested me to talk with you. I mean, maybe he suggested you to talk with me because he's a famous podcaster, but I'm a tiny small podcaster telling stories about where I live, the region where I live, which is Emilia Romagna. By the way, Romagna, which is the coastal part, and it is a sort of huge area where you can have beautiful mountains, beautiful hills, and then also some very nice coastal towns and harbor boroughs and things interesting to see, which are on the Adriatic Sea. So it's a sort of a complete region where you can find a lot of nice things to do, nice things to see. So I started actually a blog 5 years ago, and then last year a friend of mine, she suggested me to start to do the radio, and I found a web radio. So they were producing admissions, and they were producing issues and podcasts. So I just started, and then this is the second year, let's say, the second season that I'm producing my stories and my podcasts, which are in Italian for the radio and in English, and they are published on iTunes and of course on my blog. That is my short history about my being a podcaster.
Love it. Like, I got to listen to the podcast. Now tell us the name of it. Is it Romanga with My Eyes? Stories from Italy. Did I do Romanga correct? Or do you okay, wonderful. Yeah.
No, it's Romagna, but anyway, it's difficult to pronounce it. It's Romagna with My Eyes.
Right.
Which is
it's spelled Romagna, right? And we would spell Romania as Romnia. Yeah, so it's in your native language.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, amazing stuff there. Amazing stuff. Well produced. Totally loved it. I felt as though I could go to Italy yesterday after listening to it. I love how you orate conversations in that. I love the music addition as well.
Yeah, we try to find something that was linked to the land, to the territory, without being too old. Because actually, the thing is that the typical Romanian music is something that was produced by a famous musician a lot of years ago. I mean, at the beginning of the last century.
Wow.
And when you hear the music, normally you understand, okay, this is old stuff. It's not good. It's the old way to see Romania. So we with the station manager, we found this band, and they are trying to to create Romania style music without being too old, and this is something that we love. That's why we choose this music. And the interviews that I put in the podcast are from, of course, real people. The format that I used, that I invented for this podcast, is something that I invented my own, following a very famous storyteller. He is a radio storyteller since 10 years. So he
Wow.
started, he was the first storyteller in Italy, using to tell histories starting from his own point of view, and then introducing people that having something to say about the concept that he wanted to tell in the story. So I started to listening to this new way of telling stories, and I found it amazing. So I try to create or recreate something similar for my from for my own admission, starting from people of Romagna. So the interviews that you are listening are from people that are I found in around when I visiting, for example, shops, or I'm visiting places, or I'm visiting exhibitions, and they are always very wanting to tell. They really are always available to tell. They like to tell me stories, and they like to show what they are, what they do, and what they produce. And since they sometimes, most of the times, they are people producing things uh, from the uh, tradition of the area, and they
Mm.
are maybe sometimes they are producing things that are unique, really unique. For example, the story of the anarchic baker that that I have started a couple of days ago. Well, it's something like this. So he is producing something that is very unique, and they are stories that helps you to understand what you can find in this region without, and of course in Italy, without I don't know, programming your travel to Italy, following the Venice, Florence, and Rome itinerary. So it's something different. It's a different Italy.
It is, it is, it is. Well, tell us one other thing, Alessandra, that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
Huh. Okay, opening the blog. Well, not opening the blog. I opened the blog 5 years ago. Uh, well, it's a personal change, actually. I mean, it's not, I will not talk about business, because actually, I mean, my work is yeah, I'm working as a communication manager, so it's not something so exciting. But in but in the last 3 years, I decided to take my life in my hands again, and to change my way of approaching to life, my way of seeing people, my way of seeing myself. So let's say people that know me, they know exactly, they've seen the change, and they know exactly that I'm completely different from who I was before. I decided to I mean to face life really in a different way, without having fear, without having limits. So I'm facing exactly life as I am, and enjoying what life brings me every day, and every second, in the
Mm.
best way, and in the in the worst way, of course.
Why would you suggest to someone that's listening that they do what you've done by taking their lives in their own hands where their time is concerned?
Um, well, it's because it's I think it's it's a true way to see things. It's a true way to listen to a story. My stories are true stories, but that is why I'm using directly the real voice of people, just because they are. I want them to be exactly what they are, because Romagna is an authentic region. So and it represents exactly, maybe it represents exactly as I am now. So a person that is really wanting to see things exactly as they are, in their honest way, in their true way. So it's something that is it's a process. Let's say it's a process that I started three years ago, and it's something that I want to continue in my life. That is why I'm trying also to find unique histories. I'm trying to find unique histories, just because I want this region to be represented exactly as it is.
Well, Alessandra, let's switch gears for a moment now. How about that? And let me invite you, my friend, into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Alessandra, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Ooh, this is difficult to understand. Uh, let's see. Well, the happy moments, the happy moments, a couple of things. The happy moments with my mother, the happy moments with my mother, and the happy moments with my friends.
Hmm.
Uh, the time, the good time that I'm spending, the time that I'm valuing, the time that is a good quality time. That is my the memory that I love most. I don't know if I answer to your question, maybe, or
Well,
maybe not.
if it's like one picture, like one t- take, like where you were, how old were you then in that earliest childhood memory?
Who? Okay. I was at the beach with my mother,
Right.
and she was near me, and I was exactly in the sand, building my own sand castles.
Okay. All right. So how old were you
Yeah,
at that point? How old were you?
four or five,
All
four or
right.
five.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
Because okay, she was a working mother. So when we were at home, she was working, of course. So she didn't have so much time to dedicate to me. But in
Hmm.
that case, I mean, she was doing nothing. She was there, taking her own time and watching me building my own castle, and caring about me, and doing I mean, playing with the water with me, playing with the sand with me. It was a time of rest, and a time in which a mother and a daughter were enjoying their own relationship, which is a relationship which is lasting still now. She's very old now, and she's not doing so well, because she is ill since a lot of time. So I'm not able to talk to her anymore, because she is not talking anymore.
Okay.
But anyway, these memories from that time and along the years are helping me to getting in touch with her, and be
Hmm.
in touch with her still now.
Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind with that memory?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I love
I
the
mean,
idea in our conversation where you expressed that you have decided to live your own life without fear, the way that you've decided now to build your own castle, and to see you as a child being taught by your mother how to build your own sandcastle, and to see that you are doing that now through the sands of times. It's pretty fascinating to me how they connect.
Wow, this is why I love talking to people that do not know me, because you are right now mirroring. You are being a mirror to me. So it's always amazing how people can mirror you exactly what you are not seeing. You do not see everything of you. So
Exactly.
you need people like you to let you understand and let you see what they are seeing of you. And this is quite a wow. This is quite a good image, and well, it's a stunning image.
It
It's a
is.
stunning image that, yeah, it's a stunning image what you are offering to me. So I will keep it with me for a long time. Thank you.
You're welcome. If we
Thank you.
fast forwarded to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Ah, huh. Yes. It was, it was, I have a couple, but they are advertising songs concerning a couple of, advertising in the 70s. They used cartoons, they used animation, and there were um, t- two, two girls. One concerning an advertising of cheeses for children, and the other one, oh, I don't remember. But anyway, the two girls were singing a song, very nice. And this is the first memory that I have in my mind, because in Italy we had a sort of habit. There was an advertising on TV, an advertising time on TV, some spots before the prime time
Sure.
film or whatever. So every children was said, okay, you are allowed to see the carosello, which was the advertising time, and then you go to bed. So we were not allowed to see the film in the prime time, because it was too late, and then we
Right.
had to sleep, and then after that we had to go to sleep to school in the morning. So those memories and those cartoons and that music is something that we always and we all remember
Yeah, that's
for a
amazing.
long time.
Don't you think it's amazing how it connects, though, that you are someone that is now in the communications arena, and
Yeah.
that the song that you loved was actually doing that?
I yeah, it's yes. It's funny to think about that, but well, I got the imprinting, the communication imprinting that it's weird. Oh
That's
God,
amazing.
it's it's weird to understand.
Hmm. Well, Alessandra, we are now arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Alessandra, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
no,
Are you married?
no, I'm not.
Do you have
Unfortunately, I'm
children?
not.
Do you have children?
No,
Do you
no,
believe in
no.
God?
Yes, I do.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, I have.
Do you
I
watch
have.
TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Uh, well, I will. It's more. It's more
Okay.
than 8 hours a day.
If you, Alessandra, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who Alessandra Catania is, what would you say that is?
Comfort zone will kill you.
Love it. Alessandra, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Um, live your life without any fear.
Just like that little child on the beach building her own sandcastle without fear.
Yeah.
Alessandra Catania, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.